And CEO of C-Level Enterprises and creator of the AirTight management platform and system standard. First, let me ask you a question. Can you think of any standard for management systems or best practices? Well, you can't, because until now there's really never been one. AirTight management is the first ever proposed standard for the internal operations systems for small to medium-sized businesses. Essentially what we've done is create 6 modules that create a comprehensive platform. And don't confuse management with management systems. Management is the art and science of interacting and managing people, whereas management systems are the internal infrastructure and framework that allows you to get the most out of an organization and teams at the department and team and individual level. So isn't it amazing that something that millions of people do every day does not have a standard after over 100 years of management science? Well, as a CEO for over 20 years, my claim to fame is I've created 2 companies and grown them to the $100 million level from the startup phase. The Strategic Planning System 1 of AirTight Management is a process that's probably the most critical process in any organization. If you don't design the best possible strategy or what the company is trying to accomplish, you could be wasting a lot of time and money and really not be creating sustainable value for your company and your shareholders. Some of the indications that you need to look at improving your strategic plan and also your strategic planning process would be, first, that your staff cannot articulate the vision and plans for the company clearly and in a consistent way. Secondly, people look to the CEO and founder to make every decision. They're basically telling you they don't have enough context to make these decisions themselves. Thirdly, managers refuse to take ownership, responsibility, and appropriate risks. You'll see political behavior or CYA behavior really for the same reasons. They're not feeling comfortable making those decisions because they don't have enough information about where the company is going to be in 1 to 3 years. Fourth, if you find that much of your management team's time is spent being reactive instead of proactive, you're probably not investing enough in the planning process and getting that strategic plan right. So the AirTight Management System 1 strategic planning process is not just a framework and process, but it's a set of tools to get this right in a collaborative way by involving the entire team. People will want a process and a plan to be successful that they help create. If it's not collaborative and it's handed on from down on high from the corner office, oftentimes people have the opposite vested interest. They get a kick out of it failing and they don't work hard to make it succeed. So there are 5 things that I want to go through that make this process really work. Firstly, you need the proper inputs of market research. So we give you some tools like a market evaluation worksheet to ask all the questions that a company should understand, and unfortunately most companies don't. Secondly, you get a tool for improving your marketing and messaging and branding. The brand is a fundamental filter on the company in many, many decisions and must be defined as part of the strategic planning process. Not so hard to do, really. Third, you get a process for optimizing the market position that's taught at most of the major Ivy League schools. Fourth, you get a tool for assuring you have a complete management team and identifying the gaps that may have to be filled with outside help from a board of directors or advisors or consultants or even friends. And fifth, you get a tool for analyzing risk and adjusting the business model to eliminate those risks. In today's market, every really successful business must be willing to react to the marketplace and tweak and tune their business model. There's a lot of things changing out there, and that's the difference between what creates a home run company or a great company versus an also-ran company. So what do you get with the strategic planning kit? Well, there are a bunch of things. Number one, you'll get the roadmap for creating a complete vision, which includes the 11 elements that are required to have a comprehensive vision. Secondly, you'll get the areas of collaborative strategy discussion that you need to have with your team. There are 8 different conversations you need to have with your team to get them on the same page. You'll also get 7 audio training CDs on the process on these 6 tools, plus the overall process itself. And we'll give you a set of CDs to train you on the 6 management systems of AirTight that you may need at some point fairly soon as the company gets to certain stages. Lastly, you'll also get a data disk with over 120 supporting files, including easy-to-use roadmaps, forms, process and flow charts, worksheets, sample strategic plans at every level, and even the agendas for all the key meetings as you go through the process. Our strategic planning process and kit will improve your strategic plan and raise the level of confidence and play of your company and team, because it will ensure you have the right strategies in place. A professional facilitation of a strategic planning process will cost between $10,000 and $25,000. So do yourself a favor and get most of the same tools and value for less than 5% of that cost using our complete strategic planning kit. Thanks for visiting the website.